Hello, seniors. Today is, what is today? Oh, today is Wednesday, April 14th, and we are in the third day of the six weeks. So what I want to do, since this is the last 6 weeks of your school career, we pray that I want to make sure you understand what's coming up and what counts for what amount of points, okay? Because I think that's important as you figure out graduation. Okay, so this is the six weeks overview, and I need to remind you that every daily assignment that is given will count as a practice grade. Okay, so you will have an assignment, it will count as a grade. If you wait until the end of the 6 weeks, then you will fail that 6 weeks. Because the thing that you need to remember with the six weeks, since graduation is the deadline, there cannot be an extension upon the time that's already given, all right? If we extend it, then that means you won't be eligible for graduation, all right? So we don't want that to happen. We don't want anyone to be worried. So let's go ahead and start planning our time now and logging in to Schoology every day and completing the assignments that are there, okay? So that your diploma actually means something, that you actually finished school, okay? So this week we've been working on finishing up Macbeth. We don't have as much time as I would like, and I know since you're doing in a virtual format, there's some challenges with that. But the reading journals are going to be due as a quiz grade on Thursday to Schoology, and I'll show you how that'll work. And then on Friday, you will get an introduction to how to write a review. That's going to be one of the academic achievement grades for the six weeks. So we'll spend all of our time next week working on practicing that, looking at examples of how to write a review, and your final draft review will be due to Turnitin.com on the 23rd. So that is an AA grade, your review. And then the next week, starting on the 26th of April, you will get an introduction to the memoir or senior scrapbook project. That's what I like to call it. That's the second AA grade for the six weeks. So we'll be working on various memoir assignments, and you will have 5 that you will take all the way to final copy quality. Okay, so you'll be writing about yourself, memoirs about yourself, and we'll talk more about the topics for that as we move on. So the final draft of your memoir scrapbook will be due to Turnitin.com on the 7th. And that will be it for the AA grades, okay? Then what's going to happen is you're going to have a week of lessons on Adulting 101. And these are like lessons that every adult needs to know and in order to be successful, that sometimes we don't get to those lessons in high school. And I want to make sure that you understand some things about the adult world, and you may already know some of these things. So that's there'll be some choices there for you on the Adulting 101 lessons. Then we'll have the final exam week for seniors, the 17th through the 21st. And then the rest of the school will have final exams here, and you'll be just, turning in items that you need to turn in. Hopefully you won't be trying to complete any classes and coursework, that you've already taken care of that this week. And graduation then is on the 28th. Yay for that. So this is a general overview. I'll fill in the details as we go through. So a couple of things. I wrote myself a note of what things I want to remind you of. Every grade counts. Deadlines cannot be extended during the six weeks. Okay, you cannot get an incomplete for the six weeks. So you must do your best to stay on top of things and watch the videos every day. Here's something else that's been bothersome to me. I have a really strong moral work ethic, and I noted last 6 weeks that there was a little group of people that was maybe collaborating, sharing, maybe would be a euphemism for that, but basically what it boils down to is cheating. So I need you to be aware that copying and pasting another source's words without giving them credit will result in a 0. I don't have time to read, well, a lot of times it's wrong answers. That's what cues me up. I don't have time to, you don't have time for it. You need to do your work. If you want the diploma with your name on it, then you need to do the work, okay? So don't frustrate me and frustrate your parents that you're having to redo assignments because it's not original to you. All right, so you need to create your own work. I will provide you the resources and support you need if you need that, but do not resort to cheating because, yes, you may get away with it once, but eventually it will come back to haunt you, and you don't want that to be the case for the 6 weeks. Do all of your own original work. Okay, so let's talk about today now. So today, our lesson is about using the text and audio resources available to help you summarize the major plot details in Act 5 of Macbeth. So you're viewing my video now, and we're going to talk about how to create original, high-quality summaries, not copied and pasted from SparkNotes or any other source. So that means you actually have to listen, watch, read the actual act. And you did watch a film version, but you need to probably review the actual text to make sure you get all of the scenes incorrect. So you're going to complete your reading journal for Act 5 because the assumption is you've already completed the reading journals for Act 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 1, 2, 3, and 4, but you might need to go back, I don't know. And you want to create summaries for each scene. So the reading journal template slides are linked below the instructions. So in Schoology, we're going to look primarily at slides 4 and 5 as far as resources, so you can get to that. But here's the template for your reading journal. So here's how you do that. I'm going to go to another page here. So what you have here is the actual, this is the link you'll go to. It'll say Macbeth Reading Journal. But you won't be able to edit this because this is my copy. So you'll have to go to File in your Google Drive. You'll have to have already logged on to Google Drive and go to Make a Copy. Go ahead and pick your entire presentation. All right, because when you do that, it'll say Copy of Macbeth Reading Journal. Go ahead and change that to your name. So it would be Heather Strong's Reading Journal. Okay, on each slide, it has a scene summary for the act. So this is Act 1, Scene 1, summary. I'm going to have a 280 character summary for each scene. Remember, summary is the most important parts of it in the correct order. Not going to copy and paste it. I'm going to look at what happened in the scene. Maybe I need to review that, and I'll show you where you can go for reviewing it. And I'm going to write what the main things are that happened. I'm going to do that for each scene in Act 1. I'm going to go to Act 2 and do the same. There are only 4 scenes in Act 2. In Act 3, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do not do scene 5. Yay. Get to skip that one. Act 4. I think that's because in some versions it's not in present. So for Act 4, I'm at Scene 1 and 2 and Scene 3. There are only 3 scenes in Act 4. And then in Act 5, which is the one that you viewed yesterday, you'll have Scenes 1 and 2, Scenes 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's 7, 8. So there's 8 scenes. Actually, it seems like it's more complicated in Act 5. A lot of stuff happens in Act 5. Okay, so you're going to make a copy. The instructions are also written here for you on how to do that. And then if you've not already done so, don't forget to vote for Senior Superlatives. That is going to be linked underneath here in Schoology. And then check out the slide link below for details. All right, reading journals will be due by 11:59 p.m. in the Thursday folder to Schoology, and I will show you how to upload that. Or actually, I'm not going to show you. I'm going to put the instructions in on how to upload an assignment, so expect that you can read the assignment, okay? And I don't mean to be sassy, but if you haven't figured out how to read instructions in virtual instruction, then you probably should have went back to in-person learning a long time ago. All right, don't mean to be sassy, but some people are frustrating whenever you've given instructions. All right, so see, let's take a look. These are in the same slides. These are some resources you can use. You can go to the audio and open the text at the same time. So the No Fear Shakespeare, I like that one because it gives me a translated version along with my actual, the actual text that Shakespeare said. So I can go here to SparkNotes, and there is nothing wrong with you looking at SparkNotes, but your summary needs to be your own. Okay, so don't look at the summary. It will get you, it will be more difficult, I think, for you to write it in your own words. So you need to read or listen to what happens in the play, so you can listen to here. If you didn't get it from yesterday's viewing, you can listen to the audio. It tells you that if you're listening to the audio, it's going to start, Act 5 is going to start at 1 hour 46 minutes. Okay, that's where that is in the timetable. So when you click on this, you should be able to view it. I'm actually right there. So this is a dramatized version, and I would look at my text as I listen. Okay, so summaries, go here. You're gonna, what's the main thing happened? Macbeth finds out that, like, definitely Act 5, Scene 8. I mean, important things here that happen. Macbeth prepares for battle with Macduff. What happens at the end? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you if you didn't watch. But you got to think about the prophecies in Scene 8. How did those prophecies that the witches brought about come to fruition? You'll make sure that you put that information here. Okay, so I'm going to take a look real quick at Schoology to make sure we all understand where it goes, and I want to make sure that you have time to do all of this. So I'm not going to wax on, but please message me if you have any questions, and I wish you the best. Last 6 weeks, last month as a student at College Station High School, and get your work turned in on time, and don't cheat. All right.